Hey guys, happy Monday morning. It's the 9th of August, I think, if I'm correct. I am finally, right over there is my favorite department store, and that is Belk. I decided to come because I had somewhat of a decent night last night sleeping, and so I can sort of put off taking some medicine until I'm done here. I didn't really have anything else to do today except for this. Well, I just wanted to do this. And I'm gonna go and just peruse the store. I really am looking for just like a few summer dresses just because we can wear them. Well, I can wear them year round here. And maybe a few tops or something if there's some good deals. That's it. Nothing really specific, but just wanted to look. And yeah, this morning I was gonna head out earlier, but our AC guy came to finally put the part in. So I think I talked about our AC went down on the 30th, which was a Friday, and then like 3 days later it went down again. They fixed it temporarily, sort of, because it went down a couple times between now and last Tuesday, but luckily it kicked back in and it's kept cooling. So like we only went like a couple hours where it like wasn't working 100%. Anywho, they replaced the part this morning finally, so fingers crossed, just say a prayer that this will last until we move out, which we have no idea because we didn't hear from the builder this weekend at all. Brad left a message at like 5:30, but they closed at 6 yesterday, and they just opened a little over an hour and a half ago and they still haven't called. So not sure what that's all about, but I'm gonna try calling them this afternoon if they don't call before, and see what's up. So let's go do a little perusing at Belk. Got a few things to try on. I love this. This is so cute. Everything's on clearance except for one item. Look who called and asked me to meet him for lunch. What was that look for? You can barely see him because he's so dark. The lighting. We're at Raining Berries and he got some sort of orange tea or something. I just got water. It's super cute in here. We love this place. We got some acai bowls. We love these things so much. Yum! Yum. Haven't been to Home Goods in forever, so I decided to walk through, and Brad's gonna walk through with me for a little bit before he has to head back to work. Brad just spotted some Joffrey's coffee. Which one?
No way.
What kind is that one?
Apple Ever After. Wait, hold on.
Oh wait, I'm taking a video right now. Just got home. I was gonna film more in Home Goods, but it's so busy in there all the time, and I feel like every aisle you go down there's like another lady, another lady, another lady, and today it was just extra packed. I don't know what was going on, but it was crazy. So anyways, but that was super sweet of Brad. He knew that I was heading over to Belk, and he's like, do you want to meet for lunch? I'm like, yeah, that'd be fun. So I actually ended up bringing half of it home because I can't eat all of it. So I'm gonna have half with my dinner tonight. It's a little melted, but it'll be all right. No big deal. I'll have that with my dinner tonight. I'll make something to go with it. Who knows what, but that will be delicious. I also went to CVS Literally, this was probably the most expensive CVS pickup that I've had in a while. I had 4 medicines to pick up, and it was like almost $60, which I guess isn't bad when you think about it, from 4 different medicines, but it is what it is. But my doctor did change 2 medicines, and my pain management doctor that I went back to see again, since the neurologist is basically out of options, they prescribed me something different. Well, it's technically not different, it's just an increase of my 1 medicine, so I had to get extra of that. So yikes, expensive. I did start packing up the craft room. I kept a promise. I want to get most of it done before my parents come next week, so I'll show you guys really quick what that looks like once I get medicine, and then we'll go from there. Hopefully I'll have some energy to continue doing more. But, oh wait, I forgot to talk about Belk. So literally, I have this worst feeling in the pit of my stomach that my Belk is going to close. Technically, Belk filed for bankruptcy a while back, and they said they weren't going to close any of their stores, but mine was just pitiful. I mean, they had some clearance, but it wasn't worth it. Like, you guys saw it. I tried on a few things. There were about 3 tops that I were gonna get, but of course the 3 tops that I was gonna get were basically like only 50% off. So I didn't really feel like spending the money because it wasn't stuff that I needed desperately. And the dress was super cute, but again, it wasn't on sale. So I was just like, I don't need to spend the money. So I'm gonna look on their website today and see if there's any clearance dresses that I can try to order, and then if they don't fit, just send them back, kind of thing. So I'll do that later this afternoon. All right, so you can see I've made some progress. I'm actually down to like 4 more boxes finally of these priority mail boxes. I can't believe that I'm still using them, but that's how many I ordered. Like I said, I think it was over 100 that I had ordered because they came in packs of 20 or 25. So anyways, I think I have like 5 left still or something, maybe 6. But I basically packed up everything that's over there. I have some stuff to go through on the top. Those are all of our masks and things that we use when we still need to use them. And down here I have a bunch of stuff to sort through too. Any of these like clear containers, I'm just going to use like reusable shopping bags and just pack those in there, because I didn't think that was necessary since we're just moving from one house to the other and it's just down the road. It's not like we're moving state to state where everything has to be in boxes. So I need to go through all of that, go through this down here. I need to shred that paperwork. I still need to pack up all of the IVF medicines, and the only thing I'm really packing up is like the needles and things, just in case things would change, just to have those on hand, but everything else is pretty much probably expired anyway. So the black bins that are on this shelf here, I think I'm just gonna take those with as is, because it's fine. I did keep some of the black bins over there as well, and again, I think I'm just gonna take those with one time in the car and it'll be good to go. So over here, these bins here were actually on top of the bookshelves here and here, plus back here. And again, those are all my stickers, so I'm just going to put them in reusable shopping bags and just, you know, go from there. I'll probably pack most of this stuff up here, as well as my markers and stuff, but I want to go through it. I need to go through these couple bins down here and sort of get rid of stuff, keep things, and then I think I'll just leave everything in those bins too. Unless I get rid of a lot, then I can collapse them, you know, go from there. But I have a really big pile of stuff to go through on the table. So yeah, there is like a mess of stuff to go through on the table. There's a mess of things down in those containers there, as well as over here to go through, and there's some stuff under there. I did empty out like 2 of the 6 drawers in the dresser, so I'm definitely making progress in here. Obviously everything's off the walls and stuff, so I don't even think I had anything over there. It was just over here with all my ears. But definitely making progress compared to the last time. So my goal is to at least get this cleared off, and then maybe this stuff up top here before my parents come, as well as down here. If I can get that done, I'll feel really good. Then I'll only have the rest of the dresser and then the bottom of those 2 bookshelves basically. And then I'll have to figure out what to do with my scrapbooks. Probably just put those in reusable shopping bags too. I don't know. So yeah, getting there. It doesn't seem like I packed a lot to me, but then when I look back at what it was, I did. And I did get rid of a ton of stuff yesterday. I didn't pick up the camera at all yesterday, I should have. But I did get rid of so much stuff. Thanks for the yard sale pile and stuff to just throw out. So I felt accomplished because I got rid of maybe 1 regular sized garbage bag full of stuff. Well, I did empty the bathroom garbage can, so maybe halfway full of a garbage bag full of stuff to get rid of. Just old paperwork and stuff that like did not need to get shredded, and things that we just didn't need anymore. I really wanted to get in the pool just to sort of give my back a little bit of relief, because it really does help me just to sort of be like weightless in there. Just sort of helps take the pressure off of it for a little bit, but because it's thundering, I just don't want to waste my time getting my suit on and then 5 minutes later get out of the pool. So I'm going to get started on this and see what I can get done today. Fingers crossed I can at least get maybe, I don't know, 2-3 more boxes filled up. And then I realized I'm going to need Brad to get some boxes because I'm almost out of those boxes finally, because there was like 100 and some of those because they wouldn't take them back. So I mean, it's worked out great, but I just feel bad because they're post office property. But it is what it is with COVID, I guess, right? So I'm gonna have to have Brad start bringing some more boxes home, because he's brought a few home already that are like bigger size, but we're gonna need more of like the smaller size just so they're more manageable to carry in and carry out, because his plan is to run a dolly, and that size box will work really, really well on a dolly. Hey guys, it is Tuesday. I didn't film at all last night after I shared my progress of the craft room office, and I'm pretty happy with what I got done. It's been a morning. I am just so frustrated. I feel bad because Brad had to go to work frustrated, and there's just nothing we can do. So long story short, we've been updating you guys about sorry, I had the AC really loud, about the progress of the house. We're being told by the builder that they can't give us an estimated completion date, even though they told us the last 2 weekends. Well, not this past weekend because they didn't call us at all. The weekend before, they told us that they would hopefully have a better answer when they called us this weekend. Well, they never called, so we emailed them this morning after we left a voicemail on Sunday afternoon saying, hey, like, we're just waiting for our update, you know, blah, blah, blah. And they finally emailed us back this morning, which they had all day yesterday to call us or email us back, and they didn't. And they flat out told us that hopefully, not a promise, but hopefully by sometime in September they'll have an estimated completion date. What? Today is the 10th of August. Like, this is just getting out of control, and I'm sorry if I'm sounding like really like loud and irritated. It's because I am. I don't know what more we can do. We talked to our realtor this morning. She's gonna try to get some answers but I don't think it's going to be anything different than what they just told us in an email. And yeah. So back in December, they told us with our realtor sitting there that our house would take an estimated 90 to 120 days once we got started. That basically should put us at the end of July, early August. Worst case scenario, end of August to be done. We're nowhere near that. Well, I guess I should back up. So back in December when we signed the contract, they told us that based on their time frame, we should see a completion of the house end of June, at the latest early mid to July. We should be in our house sometime in that time frame. When everything got started in April, we were told July 22nd, and then worst case scenario, end of August. Well, it's now August 10th and we're nowhere near that, nor are they giving us an estimated completion date, and yet they're still giving completion dates to other people in different communities, and it's just so frustrating. I've said nothing but good things about Highland Homes so far, and I still feel really good about the house itself, but at this point, like, we're just being strung along like puppets, and I'm just so annoyed because you see what's going on in other communities that they are building homes in, and it's all their own community. Like, they don't build within other like developments, if that makes sense. So like some people like Pulte and Lennar will build in other like developments with other builders, but Highland just builds specifically, from what I've seen, in just their own communities that they own themselves. So if some of their communities are getting done in that promised time frame of 90 to 120 days, what's going on with ours? Like, we're way past that. We're way past what we were promised in December. We're way past what we were promised in April. And now we're not even being promised an estimated completion date until sometime in September, possibly. And from what it sounds like in the email, it sounds like we may not even be in our home until November. Getting a little irritated is like the nicest way for me to say something. It takes me a lot to get really frustrated and fired up, and I'm fired up. Like, I just don't like all of these false promises, and it's not even like a supply issue at this point. It's just they basically sold too many homes in our development and they just can't keep up with them. Their contractors can't keep up, and it's just not a good situation. And I know we're not the only people that are going through this. Believe me, like, if I'm frustrated, I know that there's other people in our development that are frustrated just as the same as we are, because they're being strung along too. So just say a prayer that we can get through this. And it's just frustrating because we were giving all these like sales tactic, you know, things back in December. Oh yes, this is what it will be, and that's when everything was back in the thick of COVID, and now like it's just, they don't care. It's just really frustrating. Sorry for venting. I'm doing a little bit of retail therapy. Well, Brad and I were just over here at this shopping center last week, and when we had lunch and stuff at that new Italian place, but we didn't go into Michael's. I was gonna go into Michael's that day, but we both were like ready to get home, and with the weather just being what it was, I decided to come to Michael's on another day, which is today, because I just needed to get out of the house. I really should have taken some medicine because it's like 1 o'clock, but I am just so fired up that I knew like if I would just sit at the house, I would just go crazy. So I'm just gonna run into Michael's for like 20 minutes and just mooch around just to cheer myself up. And I need to run to CVS because this morning I woke up with sinus pressure, and I have like that annoying like post-nasal drip at the back of my throat. So of course it happens when I just saw the family doctor last week on Wednesday. So I'm gonna stop at CVS and see if they have like just a saline solution and then like Flonase or something, just to see if I can nip it in the butt before having to get like steroids or whatever they're called to help with this. So let's go see what I can find in Michael's. I don't need anything, but maybe buying 1 or 2 things will just cheer me up, and then I can go home, have some lunch, and take some medicine. and just try to relax and not think about this, but I'm just super disappointed in Highland Homes right now. I don't want to be, because we're so excited to be building our house, and I'm very grateful, Brad's very grateful, but it's just, we're being strung along right now, and it's just frustrating because so many things are being done differently in each of their communities, and it's not consistent, and I think that's sort of where we're at. You know, if every community was going through the same things and not giving dates or not seeing homes being done in the completion time frame that they were promised like we were, then maybe we wouldn't be as upset. But like the fact that like we're seeing houses getting done in less than 4 months, and then some people are getting estimated completion dates that are like a month behind us in construction, I don't see how anybody wouldn't be frustrated like we are in our position. Like I said, if none of those things were going on and we were all experiencing the same thing, it is what it is. But to be honest, it is what it is at this point anyways, because it's really out of our hands. So just say a prayer, because today has not been a good day whatsoever. I'm looking forward to my parents coming on Monday of next week, which will be good. It'll be a nice distraction for us. But I can't believe their response today. Frustrating. So let's go to Michael's. It's been like 4 months, 3 months since I've been in here. So maybe I'll have some clearance or something, that I can find something to bring home today to cheer me up. So let's see. Well, I just found a 70% off clearance section, so gonna mooch around here and see what I can find. Just got home and didn't really get much other than the Flonase stuff for my nose, and then I just got the simple saline solution, so hopefully that stuff will help. Besides just taking my regular everyday allergy pills, hopefully I won't have to try to figure something out with the doctor, because they couldn't get me until later in the month. So fingers crossed that works to get rid of some of this like pressure away. At Michael's I only got 2 things. I did get 2 of these scrapbook cases. I use these to organize some of my things in the craft room, and I figured this will help me like box up some of the loose stuff and be a practical item, because I can use this once we move into the house, if that ever happens. And they were on sale, so I wasn't gonna get them, but they were on sale for $5.99, normally $8.99, so I got 2. I figured I can use those to box up some of my things that are still left in the drawer that's the dresser in there. Most of it's just like stationery and cards, so that will fit perfectly in there. So just got that, and then went to CVS. I did get myself a Dunkin' coffee at CVS because I forgot to stop at the actual Dunkin' Donuts on the way home, and I didn't feel like turning around. I just didn't feel like it. So just going to sit down, enjoy my coffee, and then just relax for the afternoon. Brad will be home in a few hours. Well, yeah, he'll be home in like 3 or 4 hours for break, depending on when he'll be taking his break. And I'll make him dinner, myself dinner, and then we'll go from there. I'm gonna try to do a little bit more on the craft room, but I'm gonna let this like medicine work a little bit, and the medicine for my back, before I start to tackle anything else. So sort of an unproductive day, but it definitely felt good just to peruse Michael's for a little bit, since I had to go to CVS anyways. So yeah.